beware of the gypsies. She took her baby and she threw it.
Warning, the following content may induce serious FOMO and an uncontrollable urge to travel.
Welcome.
We don't look like we're going to the same place.
This is Caviar and Wings. No, we don't, but it's okay.
So I'm the wings today.
One is caviar, one is wings.
Who? Wait, are you?
Caviar?
Are you a caviar girl?
I'm clearly wings today.
Your wings?
In my cargos.
In your cargos, but in real life though, you are.
In real life, I'm a hybrid, so let's call me Salmon Roe.
Salmon.
What?
Salmon roe.
Oh, what?
I'm the cheaper version of caviar, but I'm not exactly a wing.
Got it.
There we go.
Salmon roe. I like that.
Salmon Roe. Hi, Sahar.
Hey, Janeen.
You
how
guys
are
look beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's Kelly. For those who are watching on YouTube, she's in the producer chair today.
Producer chair.
Hey.
Hi guys.
Hey. How would you describe her aesthetic and her look?
Caviar plus.
What? You put me above caviar?
Yeah.
That's what friends are for.
That's what friends
I'll
are
take
for.
it.
You'll take it.
I'll take it.
Tell the audience a
Hey,
little
audience.
about you.
Wow. You know, there's nothing I hate more than talking about myself.
I like
I
when
can
you
talk
talk about
about-
yourself. I like when you talk about yourself.
That only
about-
means that if you're talking about yourself, that means like Kelly doesn't have to talk because Kelly doesn't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. I'm Janeen Simon, and I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland. I currently live in Miami, Florida.
Hey.
And Sahar and Kelly are my friends.
Hey.
Is that enough?
I mean, you're married. You got two.
Oh yeah, that
kids.
too. I have two wonderful
And a
children at
bonus
home.
child.
You got
A
some
bonus
businesses.
daughter.
You got some businesses.
I have
Yes.
a spouse. He's out there somewhere in the world. And then I have businesses. With Kelly, I own Selfish Beauty. I also co-own a few restaurants in Baltimore. And my family operates a mental health agency.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's your favorite business out of all those, Janeen?
Selfish Beauty, of course.
Right answer.
Duh.
What city did you want to cover today?
I think we can do Paris.
You want to do Paris?
I do, and only because my travel diaries are not as extensive as you guys.
Yes, they are.
No.
Yeah, they are.
Yes, they are.
She just got back from Dubai. Don't listen to her.
Yeah, but I'm
Dubai.
also a creature of habit, and I've been to a lot of the same places. Like, I've visited certain countries multiple times.
Don't worry. We're going to cover Paris on this show like literally a million times, I feel like. Here we go. So, why Paris?
Ooh, Paris. I feel like there's so much culture, there's so much architecture, there's a lot of good food, there's a lot of good parties. I think that no matter who you are and what you're into, there's something for you in Paris.
I feel like you really like to go because of the shopping.
So that's who I am, and I like to shop. So I go for the shopping experiences, I like the museums, and I like the food.
Kelly, what do you think?
I like Paris. I like Paris. I have had great times in Paris, but I don't ever have to I don't have to go back to Paris.
Really?
No.
You know, I felt that way the first two times I went. I kind of felt like, it's a combination of New York City and maybe LA, and I don't have to do it again. And then I felt like I started doing it the right way, and now I really enjoy
What's
it.
the right
Well,
way?
I don't feel like we did it the wrong way. We did it up.
Well, I'm saying for the first time I went.
Okay.
I feel like I just
so
didn't.
we've taken a trip together to Paris. Wait.
We have.
What?
Twice,
trip
haven't
that-
we?
Was that your first, second, third, fourth, fifth? What?
I don't know.
What
I'm
count
going to
was
say
that
that may have been
Paris?
3.
So that was your third. That's
That
after
may have
you
been
were-
my 3rd or 4th time. Yeah.
So that at that point you're convinced that Paris is good.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But like, for instance, right? The first time I went, we did all the touristy stuff. We went to the Louvre, which takes up an entire day, honestly.
Like the tour inside.
the tour inside the Louvre.
Don't judge
I've never
me.
done that.
I've never done the Louvre.
No. I took a picture outside of it though. We got a cute picture.
Yeah, we have
outside
a
of
cute picture
Of
outside.
the
I've-
triangle?
Yes,
You
I've
should
never.
be embarrassed to say that out loud. And you want to know why? The Mona Lisa is like, I don't know if it's a wonder of the world, but it is a big deal. You could walk in and out.
I disagree. The Mona Lisa was highly
It's
overrated.
tiny.
It's
It's
tiny.
You
It's not
have
this
to-
big.
You have to see it at minimum one time in your life.
I have.
The
online.
only reason, the thing
Real
that
bad.
I do agree with you on is Sahar is like an art connoisseur. So
Yeah.
to say she's never been to the
It's
Louvre
silly.
is shocking. But what I will say about the Louvre was that it was a lot of pictures of like the same thing over and over. So for instance, like 3 floors of it was all Jesus, and I love Jesus. I love Jesus. I do. But there was a black Jesus, there was a white Jesus, there was a Russian Jesus, there was a European Jesus.
Did they have Mexican Jesus?
Maybe, but it was a lot
Lot of
of Jesus. And I couldn't figure out the correlation between Jesus on every floor. Lord forgive me. I love Jesus Christ. I do, but it was a museum full of Jesus.
We went to the Louis Vuitton
We did, the LVMH Foundation.
Foundation. That museum is beautiful. That's the museum I love going to. I've been to that one multiple times.
Yeah, me too.
I should be embarrassed that I haven't been to the Louvre. I know.
We
But-
went for the Basquiat exhibit,
Yes.
right? Yeah. And then I went back again last year because they did a Warhol and Basquiat
I went to
collab.
that one too.
Yeah.
That one was good.
You went right
Basquiat
after
was fun
me.
with you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Basquiat was fun with you guys. It was so crowded though. You remember how crowded it was?
It was really
It
It
crowded.
was hard to like
It was really crowded.
enjoy
And
the art.
when we went, it must have been, I think it was when the exhibit first opened, so that's probably why it was so packed. Because it was cold. It wasn't peak season.
It was January.
Yeah, it was something
We
like
went
it
in
was
January.
It was rainy, it was
out.
cold, yeah.
It was cold, and we're
Because
like,
we had a fur night.
We
remember?
had on furs.
We did.
So it was cold.
we
Yeah.
did, and we definitely were just like, oh, let's just go to Paris for the weekend, and we went to,
And we did just that.
and we did just that. We went to Paris for the weekend, and it was such a good time.
Yeah.
No real plans besides going out there, eating, drinking, and we went to see the exhibit. Like that was one of the things that we were very intentional about, as far as what exhibits are happening, what do we want to see, where do we want to go, as far as art is concerned. Because your husband,
He's into art.
He's into art.
He's
as
really
well.
into art, yeah. And I can't really say the same about me. I don't mind going along on the journeys and seeing the different museums, but it's not really my thing.
Thing.
Yeah,
I'm obsessed.
I know.
Yeah. So when Art Basel comes around in Miami all the time,
You drag me from exhibit to exhibit.
to
And-
party to party.
And after a while, I'm like, Sahar, they all look the same.
They don't though. They are all very different and unique. It's maybe the genres or
Okay.
the type of art or how they're delivering their messaging through the art. Maybe similar, like the forms.
I recall one year there were 4 photos of a butterfly, and you couldn't decide between which butterfly you wanted. The pink and blue, the blue and blue, the purple, blue, and pink. I'm like, sorry, I don't know.
No.
Pick a butterfly.
Pick a butterfly.
No, she's indecisive. She's very indecisive. It drives me crazy.
We've identified the
It's
fact
a
that
badge thing.
it is. It's such a problem. I'm working on it. Yeah, every day there's sometimes progress.
Well, you know, in life there's growth, and I think you're growing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, where do you normally stay when you go to Paris? What's your favorites? Because Paris is one of those places that I usually do high-low
Correct. Correct.
because I want to conserve all my money for shopping.
The first time I went, I think I spent more on a hotel than I would have ever done again. And we stayed at, it was called Hotel Splendid Etal, or Italie. I don't speak French. I don't know. And it's like, it's right on the Arc de Triomphe. And you
The
can,
what?
Well, the Champs-Élysées. What do you say?
Champs-Élysées.
Champs-Élysées.
The what?
The Arc
No,
de
wait.
Triomphe.
Trio, that's how they say it.
Arc de Triomphe.
We need a linguist on this set because I will butcher everything, and I've noticed that some of my guests will as well.
The hotel is on the Champs-Élysées, or right off. It's right off of it, and it has a view of the Arc de Triomphe, which really
Got
just
it.
means
Got it.
Arc
The
of Triumph.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, that.
So for all our French listeners, sorry if we're butchering it.
So that was where I stayed the first time, and it was beautiful and it was amazing, but it was a little pricey, and I think it was a nice experience to have once. But I don't know if every time I go back I need to spend that much on a hotel.
It was nice,
It was very nice. It's very classic French.
but it
It's
was like
Parisian.
5-star. It had did it have a spa?
I don't think so, because it's older.
Mm.
It was more boutique,
Okay.
but the rooms were all different and designed to a certain Parisian theme.
Got it.
But they all have a view of the art.
Got it.
Yeah, out your window with your balcony, your Juliet balcony.
Got it.
Where did we stay when you vodka boarded her? Because that happened in the hotel lobby.
That was
Vodka boarded.
vodka boarded. I'll
Okay.
explain. But we were at the Meridian.
Yes.
Yes.
So that was an example of a low we did, where the hotel, you know, on the lower end, but still nice, clean.
Yeah.
You use your Starwood. We use Starwood points.
Yeah, you booked it with your points.
Yeah.
My sugar mama.
We used Starwood points for it, and it was still close to all the shopping. You could walk, even though we ended up
You
Ubering.
could walk, but we didn't.
Yeah. So that one was really nice. I normally stay at the Westin,
Okay.
and it's right up the street in Hotel Costs, right up the street from the Westin. It is definitely your Caviar. If you don't stay there, I still would recommend dining there.
For
'cause
sure.
It is a really cute, vibey energy. They have even for lunch. You know what it always reminds me of? It
What?
gives me the vibes of Mercer Kitchen in Soho for
Oh,
lunch.
in Soho.
Yeah.
I like Hotel Cost.
Yeah,
A
Hotel
lot.
Costs is nice.
Even if you like, if you can, I think you should go there for lunch. But if you don't go for lunch, go for drinks
Yeah.
at night. Like it's just beautiful.
It's super cute there, and it's in the same family as Matagnon, the restaurant, as well. Matagnon. If
You never
go-
took me there.
We went to Matagnon together.
That's
Oh, we
where
did?
the fiasco started.
All right, I'll take it
See?
back.
So, the waterboarding. Well, not water.
Vodka boarding.
Vodka boarding situation.
Would you like to share? Because you've been dying to tell this story.
I
So
love
what
telling
were we
this story.
what were we trying to do? Drive the boat? Like, is that what we were trying to do?
So you have to rewind. We started at dinner at Matignon.
Matagnon.
Matignon.
Yes, Matagnon is a restaurant. It's super cute, chic, vibey upstairs. They have a little bit of indoor seating and outdoor seating, but they also have a club downstairs.
Correct.
Super tiny, but they definitely have a club downstairs.
But dinner kind of turns into like a party.
Yeah,
Right? Like
it's-
there's bottle service and whatever, right?
It's a scene. It's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
a scene. That you
So
would
we
wanna
had
go
like
to.
a prime table somehow, because I don't think we requested it.
No.
I think Sahara walked in, and if you know Sahara, then you know how she dresses. And something was showing.
Something was showing.
Something was showing.
My
And
dad watches this, so
Sorry, Dad.
Sorry,
But
Pops.
they said that table back there. I
Right.
don't know. But we had fun.
we had a really good time. We ended up ordering a second bottle. We were drinking vodka that night.
And we didn't want to leave it, so we snuck it out in our fur coats. That's what happened. We stuck it in our fur, and we like snuck it out of the restaurant. And so then we had we were just walking down the streets of Paris, kind of.
Just hanging out, vibing.
Yeah, we took like photo shoots and
Yeah, did all the things, and then went back to the hotel, and we didn't want the party to be over.
yeah. So we had a lobby party.
We had a lobby party
Yes.
at the Le Meridian.
At the La Meridian. And Kelly has the bright idea of let's drive the boat.
Because we didn't have any, we left the cups in the car.
That's what it's called, right? Ride
called
the boat,
drive the
drive the
boat.
boat.
Drive the boat. We left the cups in the car. We had plastic cups.
We
Somehow.
probably did have plastic cups.
We
But
did.
They didn't make their way to the lobby.
They didn't make their way to the lobby.
And so
So we were drinking from the bottle, but we didn't want to put our mouths on it, so we were pouring it.
we were driving
Kelly
the boat.
said, "Drive the boat." I was like,
And
"I don't."
I did it first. I poured it in Kelly's mouth first, and Kelly did just fine. It was a nice,
That
easy,
sounds
breezy.
crazy.
She took her shot. We were good. So now I'm like, okay,
I wonder
my
how
turn.
she got so good at that.
No.
Don't
So
worry
now
about
it's
that.
my turn, and Kelly has now taken her shot. So I don't trust her to pour it on me because that just sounds like a bad idea. So we're like,
Why did you
Sahar.
think it was a bad idea with Kelly?
Because she had just taken a shot, so she was a little like lit. So now we're like, Sahar, and Sahar kept saying, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. And Kelly's like, Sahar, you got this. So I very nicely
Like, okay, mind
lay
you, we're
across
tipsy.
the
Very
Sahar's
nicely,
lap.
and then opened your mouth.
I opened my
We are
mouth so
tipsy.
gently.
In my defense, we're tipsy. It's like 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
It is.
It's 3:30 in the morning, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing, guys, but I'm gonna try this. And I tried.
And needless to say, I was vodka boarded. It went up my nose,
In her eyes,
in
up
my
her nose.
eyes, down my hair. My
It
lashes,
was so bad.
My lashes floated
was
off
so-
into the abyss.
So her husband is there, and he's the main one who wanted to go to the club. And we were kind of tired because this was like our first night in Paris. You know, the time difference. We're exhausted. We're like, no, we don't want to go to the club, but let's at least go back to the hotel and hang out a little bit. He is knocked out
In the lobby.
in the lobby as we're all sitting in this, like, you know, we had a little section or whatever. As we're all sitting in the section, this is all happening we are so loud that security comes by. He never flinched. He did not wake up at all. Her lash gone. And Kelly was like, help her.
So I was like, I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do. I don't know how to help this situation.
All I remember hearing is, Sahara, help her. Help her, Sahara.
Like,
and I was crying and laughing all at the same
And
time.
that had to burn. Vodka
It
up the
burned
nose.
so bad.
Jesus.
It burned so bad.
I'm sorry, friend.
I've never driven the boat again, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
No, I don't trust anyone.
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned.
Lesson
I
learned.
trust no one for pouring
It's
alcohol
probably,
into my
it's
mouth.
probably a good idea.
Yeah, I agree.
It's probably a good idea. But that was a good time. That was fun.
So you're gonna show the video?
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna run the video.
Who recorded this?
It had to
Kelly.
be me because
It was
Chris
Kelly.
was asleep. So.
Yeah, your husband was asleep. I was dying laughing. I couldn't stop laughing. I felt so bad. We were, you know,
I think that was the very moment our dynamic shifted.
yeah.
I think so.
She's like a real friend now. So you recovered the next
I
day.
recovered the next day.
And we went
I
shopping.
dried my lashes.
You dried your lashes. Were they salvageable?
I don't know, probably not.
Probably not. All right, so we recovered the next day. And then what else did we do on that trip?
That was my first time going to Kong.
Okay.
We went to eat at Kong, and I always like heard of it from Sex and the City. Like some
Oh,
of
they
the
talked-
early episodes
Really?
of Sex and the City,
They
they
talked
went to
about
Kong. Yeah, well, not I shouldn't say early season when Carrie went to Paris with the Russian.
Oh, they went to
They
went
went
to
to
Kong.
Kong.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
It's really popular. I see it in a lot of shows and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really pretty view because you got to go upstairs and then there's a club downstairs, right?
Yeah, we never made it to the club.
We did.
We went to the club. We
We
were
went to
standing
the
on the
club.
Oh, the
couch.
lounge. You're right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. We went to the
Yeah.
club.
So you guys should definitely try Kong.
Yeah, Kong is good.
It was a really short trip.
It was. We were only there. 2 nights?
I
3
think it was
nights?
3 maybe.
Yeah, it was like a weekend.
You've been back to Paris a few times since, right? So
Yeah.
when are you going back again?
I don't know. My favorite time is springtime. So I think that like if I plan a trip to go back, I would like to go like around this time of the year, where it's starting to warm up and the trees are blooming. And
I want to go for the Olympics.
I do not want to go for the Olympics. That just sounds really chaotic.
Sounds crazy.
Yeah, it sounds chaotic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of people, a lot of security.
You know they're doing the
Weren't they
opening.
protesting when we were there? Remember
They
that?
were protesting.
It was crazy.
Kelly got caught in the yellow jackets.
Well,
the
we didn't
yellow
get
coats.
caught. Chris and I decided to walk into the protest because we wanted to see. And they were like,
Why would you guys do that?
I don't know. You and I went shopping.
We're from
We went
Baltimore.
shopping. We went shopping.
They went to
the
watch
we went to a
protest.
protest.
Wow. Who do you think had the better time?
Us for sure.
No,
Yeah.
we had a blast. Y'all were jealous.
I don't know about that. Where did we go
We
shopping?
actually were shopping at the Galleria
Oh.
because that's when I bought the shoes you have on.
Oh, yeah.
You were with me.
Yeah.
Yes. We were at. Is it called Lafayette Galleria?
Galleria Lafayette. Galleria Lafayette. It's 8 stories. It has
amazing.
every designer in there. It's a must go to when
Yeah.
you're in.
But you have to like
Paris.
a lot of time.
Yes, that's true. But when I'm overseas shopping, I rarely shop for clothes. I'm only buying
Bags and shoes.
because they're quicker. They're like, and we've already established that I'm indecisive. So the last thing I want to do is try clothes on while I'm vacationing. It just takes up too much time.
Well, as a friend that shops with you, I appreciate that.
Aw, see? And then we went to La Avenue.
We did. That's always a good time.
I feel like that's a must do.
It's
that's
a
like
must do. La Avenue is on Avenue Montaigne. It's right on the corner. It's star-studded a lot of times. Very sceney.
It's usually like our first stop.
It's usually the first stop for sure. Normally, flying in from the East Coast, you fly at night and get in the morning, and that's typically how the flights work, leaving from the East Coast going into Europe.
Yeah.
So you end up landing early in the morning, and
You have to kill time before you can check into your hotel.
you either book the hotel for the night before, which is something I've done before.
Ooh, sounds rich. That must be when you stay at the Marriott.
Yeah, that's when I stay at the Le Méridien, or because I think the Le Méridien we did that actually. because we were landing at 7 a.m. I believe we did something along those
We
lines.
probably did, but I also remember that was one of the times where our first stop was Avenue, because I remember us not having on makeup or anything, and we kind of just was in there and like.
And most of the time, the hotels I book when I go out there are close to that area anyway. So popping over to La Avenue or something along those lines, they have a bunch of cafes that are on like every corner that are very Parisian and chic that you can pop into for a quick bite, some coffee, croissant, while you wait for your hotel check-in. But a lot of times, especially if you go during peak season, if your flight lands at 7, I find that getting through the Paris airport is super easy.
Yeah.
I've never had it take much time at all.
Yeah.
And you pull up to your hotel, it takes like an hour, first of all. So when you're planning your trip to Paris, when it's your flight in and your flight out, account for like a whole solid hour of commute to and from the airport. But by the time you get to the hotel, it's still 9 a.m. And a lot of them won't let you check in until 3 p.m.
So I have a travel hack for that.
Oh, please share.
Share the travel hack.
Please
There's
share.
a way around this?
Not necessarily, no. But what I do is, in Paris, there's one of my favorite spas, Biologique. Have you ever used their products?
Oh, I've heard of their products.
So they have the actual Biologique facility, like spa, right there in Paris. And so I like to book that appointment as soon as I get there, so that way I can get my facial on that, but I can sleep. So I'm getting done what I need to get done, my skincare, my face, whatever, and then I sleep through the whole service. And then when I wake up, I'm refreshed. I have a fresh face. They've already washed and done everything for me. And now all I have to do when I check into my hotel is shower and put on clothes. Like really quick, in and out, and I got a nap.
What if your flight gets delayed?
Well, that could be a issue, I guess, but that hasn't happened to me. And I don't make it like first thing in the morning. I give myself
yourself a
enough
little bit
time
of
to
time.
drop my bags off and all of that, but I can't check in and I know I'm tired, so I go to the spa
Okay,
and I take a nap
I like it.
and get a fresh face for the day. Travel hack.
You're a smart girl.
You're
Oh,
smart.
I thought so too.
Your hotel sometimes has a spa too that you
Exactly. You can sleep
can
and
sleep.
shower if you need to.
Yeah, it helps kill time.
I've never thought to do that.
Well, now you know.
It is a great tip. It is.
I usually just wander around until.
Yeah, I just
Wander
usually
around.
wander. Like,
Yeah.
let me find a cafe to pop into,
Nope.
sit in the hotel lobby and just patiently wait.
I take a nice little nap while they clean me up.
That's a great travel hack. So we talked about where we're staying. We talked about a couple of the restaurants we've been to. We talked about the art. We talked about the art scene. What else? Is there a particular time? You said you wouldn't go for the Olympics. It's going to be craziness. Even though I think it would be so much fun.
It'd probably
Can
be a
I
really cool
explain?
experience, but it's going to be hectic. You're not going to enjoy yourself. You know what I
I
mean?
think
Yeah.
you can. Well, it depends on how.
It depends on what you're looking for, right?
Yeah, it depends on what you're looking for. It depends on how you're traveling there and what kind of
Listen.
situation you have set up.
Me personally, I like freak out in situations where there are large crowds, like festivals. I know not to do. That's just not me. So the Olympics sounds like a recipe for disaster. Like even in Paris, at like the Eiffel, right? It's always so crowded, and it's tons of people trying to sell you things and talk, and then the gypsies.
I don't think I've ever seen one.
Gypsies?
Oh wait,
The
one attacked you,
gypsies.
right?
The gypsies didn't attack me, but they steal from you. So like they'll like
Did they steal from you?
they did not steal from me, but they'll like drop a ring and say, "Oh my God, is that your ring?" And then when you bend over to pick it up, they'll pickpocket you. Or beware of the gypsies. Or like this didn't happen
This
to me.
is stories you've heard.
No, I saw it.
I've never
is-
seen
So
a
you saw
gypsy.
somebody get robbed?
No, I see them pickpocket. You can see the I'm not making this up. Someone researched the gypsies in Paris.
No, I've heard of it, but I've never seen one.
They're
with my own
also
eyes.
very like intimidating. Like, can you put up a picture of a gypsy?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll,
Does that look intimidating, folks? Does this look intimidating?
No, like literally one of the craziest things I've ever seen. So the lady had a baby. She took her baby and she threw it. But she threw it.
Janeen,
threw
she
her
didn't throw her
baby.
baby.
I'm
Janeen,
not lying,
you're
guys. I'm
making up
telling.
stuff.
I'm not. Listen, let me finish the
We're-
story. She threw the baby because if somebody throws a baby at you, what are you gonna do? You're gonna catch it.
well,
No,
I
not
wouldn't.
necessarily.
I
You're
wouldn't.
not gonna back up and well, that's the risk
I
she was
wouldn't
willing to
catch-
take.
I wouldn't catch a baby.
Well, they caught the baby, and she took
why
the
are you
purse
throwing
and-
your baby at me?
Because she took the
I
purse and
wouldn't
she
think.
ran.
I wouldn't think it's a real
And they
baby.
grabbed the baby. So she took the purse and ran, and then the person with her grabbed the baby and they ran. I'm pretty sure this baby's getting thrown all over Paris. I'm not. Google it.
Baby thrown in Paris.
Yeah, we're gonna Google
Gypsies
it.
throwing babies.
Hold on.
Google it.
Gypsies.
Oh my God, we got a picture over here of a baby being thrown in Paris.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
didn't
look.
make it up.
Yeah.
I didn't make it up.
Yeah.
I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Save it so she could put it up.
Yeah.
Oh, someone said it's a doll.
Well, maybe it is a doll. It could be a doll.
it's a
It
doll.
looked really like a baby to me.
One of those realistic ones.
Yeah, like
ordered
the limbs were
That
moving.
jiggle, yeah, that jiggle.
Yeah, I only
Baby,
saw it one
throw it
time,
at me,
and
that
they caught
baby's
the
gonna be on the
baby.
floor.
Well, now I know
Right.
my lesson, so I'm backing up. Real or fake, that baby's
You
hitting
know
the
that the
ground.
baby hit the
It's,
ground?
it's gonna have to.
I
'Cause
wouldn't
I'm not
even
willing to
flinch
find
to
out
catch
what
a
the gypsy
baby.
wants from me.
I wouldn't even
Because
flinch.
all she would take is your credit cards. You can get all that replaced.
It's her baby.
It's a fake baby.
It's a fake baby. I guess. I thought the baby was real. But they also will be like, what's that on the ground? And they'll throw like a ring, and it will make you second guess, is that my ring? And it's not. So I say all that to say, beware of gypsies in Paris.
Yeah.
Great advice. Great advice.
Great advice. I haven't run into too many gypsies myself.
They're all at the Eiffel. Like,
Oh, maybe that's why I haven't
everywhere.
seen them, 'cause I don't go
Eiffel,
there.
I did the Eiffel Tower once, and I was like, all right, I've seen it. Check it off the list.
You can see the Eiffel Tower from anywhere in Paris, right? You don't need to actually go up on it. I mean, it's a one time.
It's a thing.
You should at least do it
It's
once.
like going in the
Yeah.
Louvre and seeing the Mona Lisa.
Which you haven't done.
That I haven't done.
Well, now you're gonna go
I
back.
have a reason to go back now.
You're gonna see the gypsies.
I'm gonna see
and
the
you know
gypsies.
not to catch the baby.
I know not to catch the baby. I have the biggest fear of bed bugs.
Yes.
Me too.
Especially
the
because we
biggest
travel a lot.
fear
Yeah.
of bed bugs.
Me too.
And when I lived in New York and it was a major issue in New York, and they were saying it was popping up in all the stores, I was petrified.
So when we went to London, you wanted to take the train to Paris, and that was when they were having the outbreak. I said, I'm not.
She wouldn't go.
I'm not going.
Because here's the thing about bed bugs. They cling on and attach to your
Oh,
clothes.
it's a
And
wrap.
they were saying they were on the train, and that's how you get there. So I was like,
Yeah, I don't do bed bugs. I also don't let people sit on my bed with their outside clothes.
Oh shit, where's Gabby?
Where's Gabby? She needs to hear this because that is such a pet peeve for me.
Don't bring your outside
Gabby
clothes.
got off the plane and lay right in Sahar's bed.
Oh no!
I freaked out. I
Oh.
was like, if you don't get off my bed. And she thinks it's funny. And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, you're about to not ever get invited back in here. Get off my bed with your outside clothes.
Plain clothes are not outside clothes.
That's
Plain
really dirty.
clothes are plain clothes.
Clothes.
And that's just nasty.
It's disgusting. Those
I'd be ready
planes-
to burn them afterwards.
Yeah, I
Nasty.
literally like throw them
Planes
right
are
in the wash.
planes are so
Nasty.
dirty.
So are airports, and you've been sitting in the airport or on the plane. When I travel, like, so if I'm going somewhere, I pack like a plastic bag for my plain clothes so that they're not touching my other clothes in my suitcase.
That's a little OD.
Yeah, I
No,
don't go
it's
that,
not,
I don't go
because
that far.
That's a
but-
little OD.
If there's germs or
But-
bed bugs on your clothes, then it's spreading throughout your suitcase.
Well, if you put your suitcase down in the room, they in there anyway.
Well, I didn't want to think about them crawling into my suitcase. No, that's just nasty.
Well, they tell you don't ever put your suitcase
On the
floor in the hotel room.
Well, where are you gonna put it?
On
then?
that rack, on that.
That
The
rack,
rack,
that
yeah.
rack doesn't hold a trunk size remote.
Oh, your remote trunk? It doesn't hold your
remote,
remote
my
trunk?
big trunk that I
It does
travel
not
with with all my
fit on that
stuff.
rack.
It doesn't fit on that rack.
Oh, you can't fit your trunk, ma'am? I'm so sorry.
No.
Poor you.
The
They-
bed bugs are hopping on in. Huh?
They have sometimes benches. I'll put it on a bench in a hotel room.
Yeah.
I won't put it on the floor.
You
though.
also only travel with a carry-on.
Most
so
of
it
the time,
fits.
yes.
Stay
I
fly
don't
and
know how
carry
you
on.
do that.
It's very meticulous, the packing process.
Do you roll?
I don't roll, but I do a lot of stuffing.
Oh, you like
Stuff.
stuffing. Oh.
I stuff. So
Yeah,
shoes.
I stuff stuff inside my shoes, yeah.
Yeah. Bags. I put bags within bags within bags.
Interesting.
I get calculated about the bags I take. I try not to check a bag. It's annoying having to wait.
I agree.
It delays the process. But obviously, when you're going to Europe, when you're gone for a while, yes. I gotta
I've
check.
never managed to actually fit my stuff in a carry-on.
So you always check a bag?
Yeah, and I don't like it. My goal in life is to be able to do a carry-on so that I can just get off the plane and go.
It's the best. That's all I
It's
do.
the best.
I refuse.
Man,
I
it
can't
makes
wait if
life
baggage
so
comes.
easy. It really does change your flying
That
experience.
means you probably pack one pair of shoes.
No.
No.
Maybe two.
No,
I got 5 pair of shoes with me today.
No way.
Yeah.
Yep,
for
and a
sure.
carry-on.
No way.
You have to be calculated also about the type of shoes that you take as well.
So like a pump. You can pack pumps and
Yeah, but
carry-on?
I can, but I'm not packing that many pumps that are exactly like that. I'm
it
packing
would just
more
be one
of,
pair.
I'll pack one pair of that. I'll do the strappy sandals.
Strappy
So-
sandals are small. Yeah. you
Yeah,
can just-
strappy heels. If I am taking a chunky shoe, I make sure I wear the chunky shoe to the airport so it's not taking up all the space in my bag. Yeah, you do layers when you're going to the airport too. So sometimes that helps if I have like multiple jackets or whatnot. A lighter
Smart.
jacket, heavier jacket, I can layer it up. My bag is always a big bag to the airport.
Like a tote.
Yeah, like a tote, so that I can kind of stuff more stuff in there. If I do have a big bag on the trip, that's generally speaking my big bag.
It's like the only time you can't avoid it is ski trips.
Ski trips.
That's the only
there's no
time I
way.
gotta check
You
a
gotta.
bag.
You're always checking a bag. It's a whole bag just for your ski clothes.
I've never been on a ski trip.
You've never
Oh my
been
God,
on
we
a
gotta
ski
change
trip?
that.
No.
We gotta
It's
change
so
that.
much fun.
So we'll plan one.
Yes.
I've never done a ski
Ski,
trip.
ski season is over. If you follow our Instagram, Caviar Wings, you would know
We
that
covered
it's
ski
over.
season.
We did cover ski season, but it's over. So next
year.
Yeah, it starts back up. Yeah, people start going around December.
Fair. I'll go.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'll go tubing.
Yeah, tubing is fun.
I don't need to ski.
You don't even want to try?
I've tried.
It's rough.
It's hard.
At
That's
this
rough.
old age, nah. You don't
Yeah.
bounce back as easy.
But it's light, fluffy snow when you go out to the West Coast.
Yeah, versus how it's icy over here on the East Coast.
Yeah, so we will go out to the West Coast.
I'll be open-minded.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll do that soon.
We'll do it soon. So definitely a trip. So speaking of trips, what is your next trip?
Oh, I have a wedding in Mexico, so that's.
You just went to a wedding in Mexico.
I did. That was Cabo. Now this time it's more like it's not Cancun, but right outside of Cancun. So Mexico is not
Like Playa del Carmen, we went there before. Like
kind
that?
of. So
Yeah.
Mexico has a new resort that I can't think of what they. They label the resorts with like these names, like Mayacoba or whatever. I don't remember what this one's called. It's like Etoro or something. But they have like a Ritz-Carlton, an Edition, and then something else. It's like all on the same.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, apparently it really is. So that's what the wedding is. So
Wait,
that's where I'm
where
going.
is this in Mexico?
It's right out. You fly into Cancun, and then you drive maybe 20, 30 minutes.
Sounds like Riviera Maya, Playa del Carmen.
It's somewhere around there, but it's just
Yeah.
not called that.
They have an addition there?
They just opened it. It's maybe been a month. Maybe
Can
a
I
month
come
or
to the
two.
wedding?
And the Ritz-Carlton. You can come.
I want to come.
Our friends are going.
Let's just go.
You
Let's
should
go.
go.
That's the same weekend we were thinking about going to Mexico,
Oh, Mexico City. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a different part of Mexico.
We'll crash the wedding.
not
then
even
we'll go to
Mexico.
Mexico City.
What I'm thinking is we crash the wedding for a
Yeah.
night or two, and then we just go to Mexico City for a night or two.
I like it.
Is Mexico City in Mexico?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just checking. I wasn't really sure.
Would you come to Mexico City with us?
Not if I'm at a wedding.
Well, no. Once the wedding is over.
Sure. Thanks for the invite.
We invited you this
Right.
time.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. All right.
Thank you guys so much for having me. This was fun.
Come back.
I'll think about it.
Please come back.
No, come back.
I had a good time.
It's
I will be
great
back.
having you here. I
I'll be
really
back.
loved it. All right, folks, if you want Janeen back, just drop a comment.